Welcome to a cruise ship heist. Chapter 66. God's work is free. The car struggles with the steep incline up from the small town at sea level. Our stash is the equivalent of a fifth person, and none of us, except Georgie, is small. It sounds less in pain at the top when the road levels out and edges closer to the cliff and a view of the sea and bay below, and the properties become special. We pull up outside our beautiful house. The grounds are overgrown compared to its neighbours, colourfully revealing it might have been on the market for a while. The white painted woodwork looks good, and it has a huge balcony on the first floor. A tree line on the other side of the road breaks the direct view of the sea. But Georgie gives her first proper smile since we embarked. It must be ticking some of her dream house boxes. Sylvie is out of the car quick enough to observe us taking in the property. Sylvie knows what you want. So, we friends now? Kieran, the taxi's going. Georgie panics. We are at risk carrying this much cash in the middle of nowhere, but Georgie is the most valuable thing I have and what makes me vulnerable. He get a key for Sylvie, she reassures us. We have a job to do, and the time is vanishing fast. The house has a small for sale sign on a post just inside the fence. That's not your company, I say, remembering the name, Sylvie's Properties, hand-painted above the little shop. You let Sylvie help you save money. This place been for sale long time, and now it don't rent. What's wrong with it? Georgie asks. It doesn't overlook the sea and the others do, is what is wrong, I add. $2 million is wrong with it, Sylvie admits. And why won't anyone rent it? Same reason? I ask. People like new things, luxury, not old school. It needs Sylvie's touch inside. Need a new kitchen. The kitchen is no good? Georgie asks. She is at a side window looking in. Looks good from here. Works fine, but it not the kitchen for the house. Sylvie put new kitchen in. Sylvie get the old one, I say automatically. She turns to me and glows. We gonna be great friends. Can you fix the house up? Georgie shouts back. My man is on his way to talk with you. I wander back into the road. There's not a car to be seen or heard. Looking down the road towards the beach, I notice 2 other houses for sale. Trust me, if you have the cash to convert, this is the way to do it, Sylvie says knowingly. We modernize properties and cash vanish. Georgie is looking through yet another window, while Sylvie makes another call on her smartphone. I brush the bougainvillea spilling over the fence as I walk down to the first of the other houses for sale. It has tailored grounds but looks smaller. I peer through the windows. It is quite lavishly decorated, and from what I can see, the kitchen is very state-of-the-art. I walk further down the road and find a third house with a great walk-around balcony on the first floor. A fantastic feature, but a bigger security nightmare. It seems odd that 3 houses so close together are for sale. I approach it and look through the windows. Again, it looks modern, with new decoration and fittings. I can also see it's occupied. A man comes out. Hi, can I help you? He says in English. Sorry, I saw the for sale sign. It was for sale last year and the year before, he explains. Thanks, sorry to bother you. I turn to find Sylvie waiting further up the path. Hi, Sylvie, the man in the house shouts to her. My tap's still not working. Can you see the water? Yes, but then it work. Water just a little tired after climbing the hill. Don't worry, my man is arriving soon. She waves at him, and he goes back inside. You like this kitchen? She asks me. Yes. Sylvie did that. So why didn't you get his old kitchen? I did. It's in my house. Your old kitchen goes in my mother's house. I want a tap that works. The faucet work, the water struggle, it need a pump. We step back into the road from where there is the most glorious view down to the beach. The trees are less dense and do not hide the golden sand and pale blue sea. God send you to Sylvie. He trusts me. Chapter 67. The Deal. The taxi returns at the house further up the hill, and I check my watch. The sun is still up there. Leave it to Sylvie. Your key arrived. She's not going to be rushed. It's not my key, Sylvie. Unless you take in that silly jacket back, Sylvie is going to do some laundry for you, and we're going to be very good friends. How do I know I can trust you with $1 million? Unless you wasted your time packing that jacket with $1 bills, you need to trust me with a whole lot more than that. I point to the house below us. What's that one selling for? $2 million. But the one up there that needs gutting is $2 million. Every nice house on the island is $2 million. She sets the pace up the incline towards the car. If she clocked our money in the life jacket that fast, we'll hunt her. I'm hoping he didn't notice we carried the life jackets off the ship after the drill. And she's right, I don't want to have to smuggle them back. Sylvie already knows too much. A pickup truck and a newer car arrive as we get back to the house. There was no need to walk faster, she says, turning to me as if to explain the meaning of life. You on Caribbean time now. The team of men jump from the cargo bed with their gardening tools and walk down the road to the rental. Their boss steps from the driving seat and walks towards Georgie. They can all see we're both wearing life jackets, which feel even more like beacons. A very tanned, upright Englishman approaches me from his car. Hello, I'm William Hart, estate agent. Would you like to leave your life jacket in my car? If you saw the boat we came over on, you'd hold on to this tightly. Kieran, I say, offering my hand, but little personal information. He gives a knowing laugh. Life jackets required. Phil Collins has not been here, right? His stupidity amuses Sylvie, who wags her head. Are you interested in this little number? Fantastic prospects, William says, which is estate talk, for it will cost me a fortune. He was interested until I showed him Orange Blossom down the road. Seems I brought me up the wrong agent. Sylvie laughs, hugging William. It is obvious they're friends, but her loyalty is to the deal. You know that's on our books too now, so I can send for the keys. We can look at that as well. William, me got me that key in me pocket, because I is the agent too, and me got the next one. Me tenant is waiting for the handyman. Me thinks but the owner needs to sell now. My friends from the big ship have just over $1 million in cash. Me talking cash. He just want a yes, and he can go back to sea, Sylvie announces. Cash? It sits in me bank on a table, she says. I don't need to listen to her outwit the expat. Sylvie, while you're talking, can I look inside this old one and see how derelict it is? I reach forward for the key. Sylvie takes it from William's limp hand and puts it in mine. I walk away. William's only advantage over Sylvie is his privileged upbringing. His wealth must be waning, or he wouldn't be driving up here to sell a house, and he would have a better car. This property is much more reasonable, William suggests, shouting after me. Georgie is inside with the tall black man who runs Sylvie's team. He and she are both waving their arms, animating a redesign of the interior. She enthusiastically beckons me in. Kieran, this is Ryan. He has great ideas. He did the other 2 houses on the hill. He grins and shakes my hand very firmly. Ryan, me need you to tell the tenant down the road a pump is on the way from America. Then come back and see if we can do something here, she says, sending him away. Ryan shows Sylvie instant respect, as did the tenant down the road. She is obviously the woman to know. The owner ain't gonna pay for a no pump. He got no money. The island need new money. Georgie pulls me away and then leans into me and whispers, I love it. Do I need to buy me a new wedding hat? Sylvie asks loudly. Chapter 68. House of Cash. Having convinced William that this could be a cash sale today, Sylvie left him behind to make a phone call to the owner. William might join us on the beach, she announces, doing the client manager job superbly and staying close to the money. Jack's Bar is a beach restaurant with a true Caribbean feel. Black wood chairs and tables, cloth napkins and silver cutlery. It sits just above the sandy beach, and the sound of the gentle waves mixes with the music. I can see why Georgie loves it here. But can you get tired of paradise? Glasses of water are poured, and we are offered menus. This is not going to be quick. I try and relax, but look from the boats I can see bobbing in the bay to my watch. Sylvie is at the bar on her smartphone, and although I have no idea who she is calling, I hope it's for the house. She turns and smiles, walking back to the table. The white boy got a fancy shop and a boat from his rich family, but me need to teach him. Me have the little shop and a small house, but me rent houses he can't. Sylvie tuts, smacking her lips together, which is wonderfully expressive. You still got them yellow life jackets. She knows they are wedged between our legs and the table. Me tell him 2.5 million for both houses, and me don't care how he split the money or his commission, but I get half. So, are you buying, and do you have the cash? She asks, sitting down and leaning in. Just answering that question could get me and Georgie both killed, and no one would know. Oh, wait. Now they might. 3 of Georgie's dancers walk into the bar area and acknowledge her. They may have also seen the yellow life jackets. If so, our story needs to be ready. Some of the others in our group, I volunteer to Sylvie. Do you have 2.5? She asks again. How much to do that house up nicely? I ask. Sylvie shrugs as if there is no answer. 200,000 make it a palace, but up to you. You can spend less. Her mobile phone rings. Sylvie, she listens, then without covering the phone, she speaks to us. He says 2.7 and we have to go to the bank today. It's approaching 1 o'clock and the ship sails at 17:30 hours. We have less than 4 hours, I start, but she doesn't wait for me. They says 2.5 and we're on the way to the bank. If no, they sail away. Her cell is pressed to her ear, but she never involves us. Done. Sylvie listens for another minute, then she waves at the bar. I think we just bought 2 houses. Me ordered fresh lobster and white wine. Then we go to our bank. She smiles. Oh my God, what just happened? Georgie asks. She grips my thigh. I like that we're a couple. If I'm getting the right vibrations, she is elated and feeling safe now it's over. However, there is still much to do in the great unknown, and I'm eager to see the deal finalized and this money gone. Could we skip lunch and get on with the business? No, we got to get a whole team travelling to the bank, and me team need to be more successful than your cricketers. Sylvie beams. Our football team's doing all right, though, I protest as the wine is poured. Me only see cricket. Football too short. I just start to relax and they finish the game. Sylvie is on and off the phone as we eat, demanding people jump to her attention. The euphoria of the deal is vanishing, and I can see the reality is playing out in Georgie's head too. I don't know what she's thinking, but I still consider we might be mugged either physically or financially at any point. Sylvie puts her phone down. You just bought 2 houses for $2.5 million. I hope you have it. We must have. I'm sure we have. But I never counted as we stuffed the money in.